So let's take a look. Thando. This is Thando. And this is the last one, by the way. This is the last portfolio review. It says, my name is Thando. I'm a recent graduate from an animation school in South Africa. I've been doing 3D for 3 years now. I really want to get into the industry as a character modeler for games and film. I'm currently looking to get into the industry. I will really appreciate feedback. Okay, so this is simple sword. This is stylized. Nice presentation. Topology is okay, but again, it's a simple asset, so I will try to do something a little bit more complicated. I really like the forms on this ones. Very nice forms, very clean. But unfortunately, these are just studies to me. I'm not seeing a full character that's ready for like production or anything. So that makes it a little bit complicated to appreciate. My advice for this one, Thando, do the retopology. Even if you're not going to do the full like body retopology or the full character, just doing the retopology of the characters to showcase that you know your proper like animation edge loops or game edge loops, that's going to be good. This one, on the other hand, looks too simple, right? It's a full character, but now it looks too simple. Topology-wise, it's there. Like, the topology is proper. It's fine. But it just looks a little bit simple. And it looks a little bit too far away from the concept, to be honest. Like, it looks too dark. The concept is more like a light blue. And it gives me more of a hand-painted effect. This one looks a little bit too dark. I'm not sure if it's the rendering or if it's the texture. But yeah, it just looks a little bit too different. This one I like. Very common thing that I might find in the game, right? It's simple, but it's a nice sculpt. My question is, do we have... No, we don't. We don't have proper topology, UVs, or that kind of stuff. So this is the kind of characters that, because they're so simple on the texturing or the modeling department, you should be able to prepare them properly with, like, again, proper topology and deformations. And then this one, I think I've seen this one before. I'm not sure if it's from a tutorial. No, it says your friend made the design. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. See, the problem with hypersexualized designs is that you either want to go really hypersexualized, like what they do in a lot of like Japanese games, and this looks like strong sexualized, right? So it's weird. I don't recommend doing this kind of stuff. Because, for instance, if you want to work for Disney, right, or DreamWorks, they might respond positively to this kind of stuff. But then you show this kind of stuff for the Peach, and they're like, oh, okay, no, this is not what we want, right? So it's a tricky situation. We need more full characters, man. Full characters with proper topology and all that kind of stuff. Cool. Okay, let's answer some questions before we finish here. Let's see. We have this one? No. I was wondering if we had a full screen right here. Kankal, no, I didn't say, like, I don't like to say that your portfolios are not good. Let me go back quickly to yours. Where is it? I think I mentioned that you need to focus on, there we go, yeah. So, Ogun, what I said about yours is that the simplicity of the models is not up to the level that I would expect from someone that has been doing this for a couple of years, okay? Because I mentioned that, like, on the Maya tutorial, the little island, this one right here, I show people how to do this in 10 hours, 15 hours. So then I look at the diorama that you made, and we're missing that. We're missing that sort of, like, cleanliness and proper, like, modeling and texturing results, okay? So what you need to do is you need to focus and ask yourself, what do I need to do to get from this thing right here to this thing right here? It's not the software, it's the attention to detail, right? Like the wood planks right there, the texture is going in the wrong direction. The tiling on the bricks is wrong on some of the elements. It looks too stretched or too compressed, right? The attention to some, like the materials that you're using, the light information. So you need to ask yourself, what am I doing, or what do I need to do to make this thing higher up in quality, right? Like to improve the quality of this kind of stuff. Bucker has a tip. When doing your texture in Substance, put every individual texture inside the folder. Then you can have your textures with edgeware everywhere. Then add a mask to the folder and paint. Yeah. I have a video on YouTube as well on how to make like proper proper stuff on or proper edgeware. I think it's called Secret to Metal Edgeware or something like that. You mentioned to make more complex props. Could you give an example of what you mean so I could get an idea of it? Yes, of course. So here, let's go props, concept, art. So if you look for props concept art, I'm going to give you an example of what I would consider a beginner level prop, an intermediate level prop, and an advanced level prop. This is a beginner level prop. If you're just learning about 3D, you've been doing this for a couple of months maybe, and you want to do a prop, this is a really good exercise because it has multiple components, multiple types of materials, multiple types of textures. So this is a good way to say, hey, I'm learning how to do props and I'm still a beginner. I would probably not place this on my portfolio because it's just a simple prop, and anyone who does props should be able to do something like this. Then we jump to an intermediate level prop. This will be an intermediate level prop. You showcase not only that you know how to do complex shapes, but that you also know how to work with materials, UVs, proper optimization, and things like that, so that you can do something that looks a little bit more complex, right? It's definitely more elevated, and it definitely requires more knowledge about the software. And finally, you jump to like the advanced props, right? So an advanced prop would be something like this. This requires skills. Like someone who's just learning their 3D stuff and is trying to do something like this will fail. Like I know that because it's very complicated to do something like this because it requires more knowledge about proper bakes, proper like distribution of the materials, edge wears and things like that. So it's definitely an advanced prop. So an advanced character artist or an advanced prop artist should be able to do this no problem. It's going to take a couple of days or weeks, right? It's not something that you do in 2 or 3 hours, but it's going to get you there. And the same thing can be done with characters. Like if you look for a character concept art, there's going to be characters that are going to be like beginner level characters. Something like, let's see. Like once you jump into character, things get a little bit trickier. But something like this maybe. This should be something that like a beginner or junior level character artist should be able to do. Not a lot of props. Enough like things and elements that you need to take care of in terms of like animation, topology, and stuff like that. Intermediate level character should be able to do something like this easily. Even something like this, right? Well, that's freaking AI. Any characters from this ones right here, this should be handled by any intermediate level character. You should be able to do this as an intermediate level character. And then once you go into senior level character, that's when you get into more stuff like this, right? Like really, really, really complex characters with a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different like techniques and materials. That's how you build up to those particular like levels, okay? Cool. So, yeah. That's it, man. That's it, my friends. Oh, we got one more question. I encountered a problem where the shadows were creating artifacts in the mesh when using ray tracing and SSS map inside the Marmoset. Yeah, I actually faced that yesterday. I was working with a student. We were working on their presentations, and we got that. I haven't really seen how to solve it, Andre. I just saw it yesterday. It happened to me for the first time. So I'm not sure if it's Marmoset stuff or if it's the mesh. I'm going to do a little bit of research and get back to you guys, okay? I'll probably post that on the Discord. So, yeah. That's it, guys. With this, we are done with our portfolio review for this month. It's also the end of the month, so February starts tomorrow. Start thinking about what you're going to do. What's your goal for next month? What do you want to work on? What do you want to learn? And use that as a goal and as a roadmap to, well, get to that destination. We're going to have portfolio review next month, so if you're not in our Discord channel, make sure to join in our Discord. And if you're here on YouTube, we're trying to get to 40K subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, well, that really helps the channel. If you want to support this project and keep learning about this stuff, you can also go and check our premium courses in our site. We're going to link it in just a second. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you learned a lot from this portfolio review. It's going to be up very, very soon here on YouTube. And that's it. Have a great weekend. Get some rest. Learn 3D. And I'll see you back on the next one. Don't forget, always learning, always improving. Bye-bye.